Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. World Cup is going to start in a few hours in the US, and I was planning to do a quick video on the predictions on who's going to lift the World Cup in 2026. So let's start with looking at the bracket predictor. Okay, so this is the World Cup bracket predictor that I'm going to use. I can link it in the description below, and you guys can click on it and test it out too. So, for before we jump into this, I just want to highlight a few things here, which is primarily who are the dark horses. Because the dark horses, right, are teams that are going to overachieve um, from the fact that they are under the radar all the while. And in this World Cup, I shortlisted a few teams, right, as dark horses. So the first one that I have here is Switzerland. For me, Switzerland always have been dark horses because not too much of expectation has been given to them, and they always achieve more than what is expected of them. So that's why I'm thinking Switzerland is going to go a little bit further than what they normally do. So Switzerland is going to be one of them. Next one is going to be Norway, simply because of the fact that this year Haaland is going to score a lot of goals in the World Cup. So Norway is going to be the other team. And then maybe Ecuador. Ecuador would be the third team that I would choose because of the fact that their style of play is completely different. They use physical prowess in the midfield and amazing quick and fast wing play. And their aggression is amazing. So they're going to be the third dark horse for me. And then the last one is going to be Turkey, or they call it Turkey. So Turkey is going to be my fourth dark horse because the style of football they play, it's a mix between Middle Eastern football and European football, since most of the European players, most of the players that are playing for Turkey are playing in Europe. So it's going to be a blend of an interesting football. They always do that anyway in all the World Cups that I've seen. So those are the four teams that are going to be my dark horses, which is Switzerland, Turkey, Ecuador, and Norway. Okay. So now let's start with Group A. Group A, let's rank them, right? So who's going to finish first, second, third, and fourth? So as you can see, it's going to be Mexico because they're pretty strong. And of course, they're the host nation too, right? One of the host nations. And then followed by, I think, it's going to be South Korea. Their stamina is amazing and they can run forever. And that's going to play a key part in this tournament. And then I'm going to go with Czech Republic and finally South Africa. Now for Group B, it's going to be Switzerland as number one. Number two is going to be Canada. Number three is Bosnia, and four is Qatar. And then for Group C, of course, Brazil is going to finish as the top of the group. And second one, I think, is going to be Morocco. Third one is Scotland, and last one is Haiti. Group E, it's going to be okay. This is going to be a tough one, right? Because I feel that they are all equally, how to say, equally fit enough team to finish first, second, or third. Now, unfortunately, I'm just gonna go with my gut feeling that I'm feeling, and that's gonna be Turkey is gonna be coming out on top, followed by USA, and then Paraguay, and then Australia. Sorry, Aziz, no disrespect, but I think Paraguay may edge you guys out. Now, next one is gonna be Group E. Uh, okay, this is gonna be where the controversial flip is gonna happen. Most likely, people are thinking that it's gonna be Germany is gonna finish number one, but I feel it's going to be Ecuador. Um, so I'm going to go with Ecuador, and then Germany, and then Ivory Coast, and then Curacao is the last one. For Group F, that's going to be, I think, in the same order as this: Netherlands, Japan, followed by Sweden and then Tunisia. Group G is going to be Belgium on top, yes. Salah is going to have a last go at this World Cup, and then followed by New Zealand and then Iran. And then we have Group H, which is going to be Spain, And then we have Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and Cape Verde. It's going to be easy group for Spain. Now, Group I is going to be another, I would say Group I seems more like the group of death other than Group D because of the fact that Senegal is pretty strong and they can match up with France on a good day. And Norway, right? Haaland is there. He just needs to take his chances and he's going to score the goals. But in terms of attacking prowess, I mean, France is going to take it as top of the group. And then we're going to have Senegal, and then my dark horse, Norway, and then Iraq. And then here we go. Messi is trying to create history by winning back to back World Cups for Argentina. I think the only two other teams that won back to back were, I'm trying to remember, I think it's Italy and Brazil are the only two teams that won back to back. So Argentina has never done it before, and Messi is trying to create history. Okay, so Argentina number one. I think Austria is going to be two, followed by Algeria and then Jordan. Now Group K. Let's see. It's going to be Portugal on top. It's going to be tricky because you know what? I'm going to go with Colombia on top because they are playing some amazing football right now. Portugal is going to be overly dependent on Cristiano Ronaldo, or Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be overly dependent on Portugal. So I don't know which way it's going to be, but because of that, I'm going to let them be number two, followed by Congo and then Uzbekistan. Now, Group L, the last group, we have England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. I would go with England. Playing decent football. I wouldn't say exciting football. I just watched the friendly they just played last night, and it was like watching Arsenal play. And no disrespect for us, no disrespect to Arsenal, but not that Liverpool is any better. But going back to this, so England is going to play some interesting football, overly relying on Harry Kane. Because if anything happens to Harry Kane, that's going to be a problem for them. Because in their setup, I don't see any other striker who can step into Harry Kane's role. Okay, so followed by Croatia, then Ghana, and then Panama. All right. So now, of the 12 teams that finished third, we need to pick eight. Basically, it's like I'm not going to choose four of these folks right here. So I'm going to just go around and have a look at this. And probably I will nick in my dark horses that I predicted. So Norway is going to go through. Let me see. I feel that Czech Republic might go through. Scotland are pretty good. Paraguay, they're pretty good. Let's see. Ivory Coast, um, Sweden. If Isak is on fire, Sweden is up there. And then I'm gonna pick Ghana and Congo, right? Don't ask me why. Just going with the feeling. Okay, now we are in the round 32. And let's see. If you can see my screen, I'm not gonna move this up too much, so I'm just gonna leave it like this, okay? So for round 32, right? Ecuador versus Paraguay. Ecuador, like I said, physical prowess, speed on the wings. I don't know. They might. Let's see how far they go. So Ecuador, followed by France versus Sweden. Isak is there, but look at France, guys. It's gonna be Mbappe, Dembele, Dewey, and Turkey, and I don't know. We can keep on going just with their strikers, right? Their forwards. That's where the downfall might come because I feel that their attack is amazing, but when it comes to midfield, they're kind of lightweight there. So let's see. So for this one, France versus Sweden, France will get through. Now, next one, South Korea versus Canada. Now, this is going to be an interesting one, right? I feel that South Koreans may edge this one. Okay. Next, we have Netherlands versus Morocco, and Netherlands. Netherlands will get through. Maybe through penalties, but Netherlands will get through. Brazil versus Japan. I know Brazil just lost 3-2, but I feel that when it comes to the real knockout, Brazil will do it. Germany versus Senegal. Germany, hopefully they don't make too many mistakes at the back. And then followed by Mexico versus Scotland. Mexico, I would go with Mexico. England versus Congo, I would say England. Portugal versus Croatia, gonna be a tough one here. I'm gonna go with Portugal because overall, right, they have a better team compared to Croatia. And then we have Spain versus Austria. I'm gonna give it to Spain with Lamine Yamal coming back. And then let's see. Then we have Turkey versus Norway. I'm gonna say Norway, right? Let's see Haaland. Let's go Haaland. Yeah. And then we have Belgium versus Czech Republic. It's gonna be Belgium. Once upon a time, they were considered as the golden generation, right? Belgium. Um, they did not win much during that era, but now that their expectation is not there anymore, let's see how well they do. Argentina versus Uruguay. Oh wow, this is going to be a tough game. Two South American giants playing against each other, but I would say it's going to be Argentina. Messi power is going to be there. USA versus Egypt. I would say Egypt, simply because of the fact that Salah magic might happen. Followed by, let's see, Switzerland versus Ivory Coast. I'm gonna say Switzerland, dark horse, still running. And then we have Colombia versus Ghana. I'm gonna say Colombia. All right, round of 16. Let's look at this. So France versus Ecuador. Too much of firepower, man. France, right? Next we have South Korea versus Netherlands. I'm predicting another penalty shootout for this one. So most likely Netherlands. Um, let's put them up there. Followed by Brazil versus Germany. Wow, I remember that one semi-final that they had, I think, a long time ago. I don't want to talk about it now, but 2014 winners, Germany. They're going to edge this one out. England versus Mexico. I'm going to pick England. Portugal versus Spain. It's going to be a tight match, but Spain overall is going to be Spain. And then Norway versus Belgium. Still going with Norway. Finally, we have the last four, which is going to be Argentina versus Egypt. Argentina versus Egypt. That's gonna be McAllister versus Salah. Okay, let's see. So it's gonna be Argentina for me, and then Switzerland versus Colombia. This is where Colombia may edge out Switzerland. Okay. Next, we have the quarterfinals. All right, we have France versus Netherlands. Amazing, amazing game. But I would go with France. Spain against Norway. I would say Spain. Now, next one is going to be England, Germany. I would pick England. They're still a little bit stronger than Germany. And then finally, we have Argentina versus Colombia. Argentina is going to take it. Okay, this is going to be a very interesting couple of semifinals we're going to have here. We're going to have France versus Spain, and then England versus Argentina. I have a feeling this is what I am saying. It's going to be, oh, this is going to be a tough one. I'm going to pick the other one first, which is England versus Argentina. Now, if Argentina can hold off or starve off the way England play, Argentina is going to take it, right? For France versus Spain, this is going to be a tough one, right? So I'm gonna go with. I'm not gonna do any mini anymore. I'm gonna pick using my gut feeling and the logic in my head, right? It's gonna be Spain, and France will finish third. England fourth, France third. Finals is going to be an amazing final. European giant Spain versus South American giant Argentina. Okay. And between the two of them, I think this is what I'm thinking. For the first time, Messi is going to carry the World Cup back to back. It's going to be Argentina, guys. So this is my final prediction. Argentina are going to be champions again, back to back, winning the World Cup, creating history. Next is gonna be Spain, who's gonna be runner up, France third place, and England fourth. So this is my prediction. I don't know about you guys, but you guys can go and check out this link. And let me see. I think it's the World Cup guide.com. Check it out and see what you guys think and who's going to be finishing champion. And put it in the comments below. I'll have a look at it and see what turns up. Okay, before I let you all go, I thought I'll make a quick prediction on the two games that are happening today. First one is Mexico versus South Africa. Mexico is going to win this one comfortably. Let's see. So probably maybe 2-0, 3-1, some sort of a scoreline with two goal difference. Next, we have South Korea versus Czech Republic. I think it is going to end in a draw. Both teams are going to feel each other out, and they're not going to risk that much on the first game. So it's going to be either a 0-0 or a 1-1 draw. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, that's my prediction. So I'll keep on going with this for the next upcoming games. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye.